Hi there, so if you've clicked on this video, then you're probably curious about this little recorder that I got. It does some things that I like, some things that I don't like, but I'm going to give you the real honest review on it. And I think you might like to use it for your little recording studio because it's a lot cheaper than the name brand ones that you would normally get. So if this has got your curiosity piqued and you're wondering how I'm using this little recorder, well, keep watching because you're watching Blue Collar Guy. Okay, so what exactly am I talking about on this little recorder? Well, let's go to the computer. I'm going to just call up the computer here. Got myself in the corner. This little one is called the Unishine UR500. And it is right now $375. I believe I paid more than that, and you can even get a 10% coupon with it. It has two inputs. Here's a little video on it. It's got two inputs where you can record two sources simultaneously. It has a true split screen. So if you're wondering if you want to split the screen, a lot of people use it to record movies because it doesn't have that signal that stops you from recording the movie. So you can record in the split screen either up and down or side by side like it's showing there, and then you can play your movie back. You also have the ability to take that file and then edit it in an editing software. And some people might like to take little clips and put them on their YouTube channel and edit them and maybe put some text files with them. There's many different ways you can store it. So you can store it on a flash drive or a full-size SD card, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because some of the other ones out there for I guess little content creators are just micro SD. I'm just going to show you all the inputs and outputs. It's got an audio in, it's got a mic in, it's got a speaker, and it also takes a 7.4 volt battery, so you can externally power it if you don't want to use the adapter, and that can work for up to 6 hours. So what is it? I'm just going to come back to me. And so I'm using this little recorder right now to record the video that I'm shooting in a redundant fashion. So I have an OC GoStream Pro video switcher, and it has the ability to record this video. But sometimes when I hit record, it doesn't record. So I kind of wanted redundancy. So I wanted to be able to record onto the card in the switcher and also the card little recording unit, the Unishine. It also has the ability to take a snapshot. So if I wanted to take a thumbnail, for instance, I can take a quick picture and it will take a snapshot. It shows a picture of a camera. I'm going to show you the front view of it right now. So let me just call up the front of it. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, I've got it on record mode right there. So you can either turn that display on and on right now. I've got the video feed coming from the video switcher, as you can see over here, into it. And then if I wanted to take a snapshot, all I have to do is hit the camera button and it'll take a snapshot, and a little camera will appear there. It'll take a little picture. Oh yeah, and it also comes with this remote control, which covers all the features. It also has a separate control for the speaker, the main audio in, and the line in. And you can also control your input. So you can control from two different recording sources. So it has HD1, HD2, and you can split the screen. So if you wanted a portable video switcher almost, and you wanted to have two inputs and you just wanted to have a split screen and you wanted something to record, you could use this unit. And it came with this stand, and I will let you know that on the stand you push in these two little buttons to adjust the height on it. So this is actually my second stand. I did not know that, and I accidentally broke the first one. So that's on me. But in my defense, it didn't have a instruction manual on the stand. So it shows you right here, it's recording to the SD card, which is not a micro SD card, it's a full SD card. I'm also recording on the switcher itself. Now, if I go to the top down view, let me just call up that view here, and I'll switch over to that view, put myself back in the corner. These are the inputs. This is the HD1, there's your HD2. You even have an out for the HDMI, and then you've got a PC out up here. And we'll just switch back over to the front view. And now let's call up the me shot and take me off in the corner. Now, the other nice thing is if I was recording on my video switcher and I wanted to show you the playback on this while I'm still recording on my video switcher, I can do that. So let me go back to the frontward shot, and then we'll go to here. So how this works is now I have to stop the recording. So I'm going to hit record again. So it's going to save the file. Now it takes a few seconds to save the file. Not a huge fan of that, but keep in mind this is a 7-inch monitor with the ability to record. And you can use it for more than just this. You want to record your favorite TV shows without the copyright thing, you can. But I don't use it for that. I'm not into recording movies or anything like that. I don't recommend breaking any copyright rules. But I will say this, okay? That if I wanted to record something from YouTube into here, so instead of paying, let me just go back to me for just a quick second. So just to be clear, if you are uploading videos to YouTube and you don't have a lot of money for storage, you can actually record back from your YouTube to this device and then edit that again and use that as a reference. Now, one thing I will warn you is that this is a 1080p recorder. It will take a 4K input, but it can only put out 1080p. You can upscale that, which is what I'm going to do, and put it back on YouTube. And then that's what I do with the video switcher, because as we've discussed before, 4K files, 8K files, these files can get ridiculously big and very difficult to edit, and you need powerful computers to edit these files. So sometimes you're better to have 4K equipment, record them in 1080p, and then upscale it when you upload. And that gives you pretty much the same quality, because you have to remember that YouTube is going to compress the files anyway, and you're going to lose a little bit of resolution in the process. So let's go back to the video switcher, and then I'm going to show you what how we're going to play back this video. So to play back the video, you have to go and hit the playback button. It'll say, where do you want to play back from? You're going to say your SD card. I'm going to go to the most recent file, which is this file here, and then I'm going to play the file back. And oh, hang on a second here, maybe I've done something wrong. And oh, that is a screenshot that I took. Okay, so these are the screenshots. Sorry, this is a screenshot that I took, and this is another screenshot that I took, and I think this is another screenshot that I took. So now we're going to go to playback videos, because that was playback pictures, and there I am, and I'm on the video, and it's, there we go. So we have redundant recording on the video itself. So pretty cool. Now, One of the things I don't like is if I want to get the sound out of here, I have to go back into record mode and unmute it. And the reason why I didn't do that is because of feedback. This thing's going to start squealing the minute I do that. So just remember that if you want to control your audio functions, you have to go back to record mode, which is, let me see, you got to go back to record mode, and we have to get out of here. And it's not exactly, yeah, there we go. So we have to go back into record mode. So right now we're in record mode. Then you can control your, and that's the feedback I was telling you about. You unmute it, and then you can play back the audio. So if I unmute it really quickly, and then I go back into play mode, and then I go back here, now you can hear me.
So if you've clicked on this video,
there.
you're probably curious about some of the recordings I got.
And that's how you work that. So it is kind of a little tiny, well, I guess it's a quirk that you have to learn to live with. That's a quirk, I'm sorry, that you have to learn to live with. But for the money and the versatility, you kind of can't go wrong with this. And maybe they can do a firmware update and allow you to control the audio when you're in playback mode. But the only way you can control the playback mode is first you have to go into record mode, change that, adjust your volume, and then go into playback mode. Kind of silly that you can't do that. I know, kind of silly. So this little recorder is going to be my new what they call program monitor. So it's going to show me what you guys are seeing. Now, it can't do other things that other monitors can do, like show you your LUTs and your color, and like I'm looking at my other one and I've got the grid on there and all the colors, and some of them can do false color. I think mine can do false color too, but I'm not too sure how to get that. And if you're wondering what that is, that just helps you with underexposed and overexposed by painting colors on you to show you what is overexposed and what is underexposed. So if you wanted to know what false color was all about, I just gave you the 2-second version of that. I also have other players that I can take files and play them back. So I can use this as a player and as well, and if I wanted to play clips through my video switcher, I can do that. But I also bought designated players for that, and they were only about $50 or $60. So if you're curious about those particular type of players, then I will probably do a review on that in the future. But this little recorder is going to save me a lot of grief, because it gives me a backup of what I'm shooting. I can also mount it on top of a camera and use it as an external recorder for that. Uses standard SD cards, and it has a fairly fast bit rate. I've changed the bit rate. You can do some changes in the menu system. Let me go back to the menu system because I may have kind of glossed over that. So we need to go back to the frontward shop, and we'll hit the home, and I've got to go back. Let me just get out, click on that. That's that feedback that I told you I don't like. This is the menu system. So you can record in different resolutions, 6 rate. So I've got it on high bit rate, file size 16 gigs, no loop recording. Oh yes, you can also set your recording time on, your time watermark, so you can record the time and date if you want to, and maybe you can use that as a form of time code. And the other thing that you can do is you can adjust your you can calibrate your brightness, your voice, your audio levels, and that sort of thing too. Let me just go back in here, and there we go. So there's your brightness. You can You can do updates on that, your HDMI volume, your mic volume, you can adjust them on there, and you can have a scheduled recording. So if you're trying to, I guess, pirate that movie that you've always wanted, you can do that too. And yeah, so that's it for this little recorder. I think it's pretty versatile. It does pretty much what the Pro recorders do. It's got that big external battery mount. You get the quarter 20 mount at the bottom, so you could mount it on top of a camera if you wanted. It's got two HDMI inputs. Now that's something that the other recorders, even the more expensive ones that are, I think they're like $1,000. I'll put a picture of one of those up in the corner so you can take a look at the price on one of those. And of course, yes, they have more true to color image as far as showing your LUTs and that sort of thing, but they're also $1,000. This is less than $375. So if you're on a budget and you're trying to set up a little studio, this might be the answer to your problems. And I got this because I thought it would be the answer to my problems. Now I've had this little recorder for a little while now, and I've been playing around with it to see what it can do, what it can't do, and what I like about it, what I don't like about it. I like that little screenshot function. So if I was doing something and I wanted to catch some thumbnails, I can find the thumbnail that I want instead of one that YouTube puts up, and I can kind of put that on there. Now I still make my other thumbnails my way, but I have a thumbnail maker, but this does give me an option. And I kind of like that. And also, if I wanted to record something off of an external source and I wanted to take some screenshots of that, I don't have to sit there and mess around with a phone or other software and try to find that little shot. I can just take it off there. I can say, that's the one I want, that's the one I want, that's the one I want. Keep it simple. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this little device. I hope it helps you. This is an unsponsored video. I bought this myself. I am not an Amazon affiliate, so I'm not going to make any money if you buy this from Amazon. I'm going to put a link in the description, so if you want to get it, you can. I recommend it. Is it the highest quality? Is it made out of aluminum? No, it's just made out of cheap plastic. I don't believe it's waterproof or anything like that, so use it at your own discretion, but it definitely is a good budget alternative. Take care, be safe at work, and I will see you at the next video.